Never in my wildest dreams did I think that at 55 I'd be sneaking through the quiet streets of Portland, Oregon at 1 a.m., my pulse racing like a drum in my chest, my hands gripping the wheel of my old Subaru like it was my only lifeline. Just 4 hours earlier, I'd driven past the gleaming tech campus where my husband of 30 years, Nathan Brooks, had been a senior developer for nearly 2 decades. The building was dark, the parking lot deserted, and a sign on the glass doors declared it closed for a company-wide system upgrade starting at 5 p.m. I blinked, certain I'd made a mistake. But there it was, the company's angular logo glowing faintly under the moonlight, taunting me. My fingers, unsteady, dialed Nathan's number. "Hey, sweetheart, how's the crunch going?" I asked, forcing my voice to stay light, the supportive spouse I'd always been. His reply was smooth, effortless, a lie polished to perfection. "Swamped here, Clara. The Singapore deal's got us burning the midnight oil. Don't wait up, okay? Love you." Then I heard it. A soft giggle, the clink of glasses, the low hum of a life I wasn't part of. My stomach twisted, but something sharper, something fierce, sparked awake inside me. I opened the family tracking app we'd installed after Nathan's bike accident 2 years ago, a precaution I'd insisted on. The green dot of his Tesla Model S pulsed in a posh neighborhood 45 minutes away, a part of Portland we'd never explored together, all sleek condos and boutique cafes. Each mile I drove felt like unraveling a thread of the life I'd woven so carefully. The neighborhood was pristine, with modern townhouses, their windows glowing warmly, and manicured trees lining the streets like sentinels. Nathan's Tesla sat in front of a chic grey townhouse with a minimalist garden and a porch swing that swayed gently in the breeze. A light flickered on the top floor, shadows dancing behind frosted glass. I parked a block away, my breath shallow, my mind racing to make sense of it. This wasn't a colleague's place, not a hotel for a quick fling. It was a home, complete with a mailbox labelled The Harper Family in elegant script and a doormat that read, "Welcome home." Then I saw her. She wasn't the young temptress I'd braced for, but a woman in her late 30s, with chestnut hair in a loose braid, wearing a green silk robe that mirrored the one Nathan had gifted me for my birthday, though mine was sapphire blue. She stood at the window, her expression calm, content, a look that cut deeper than any betrayal I'd imagined. My phone buzzed. A text from Nathan. "Wrapping up at the office, hun. Grab some sleep. Love you." The lie was so bold it almost made me laugh. I checked the time. 1:12 a.m. How many nights had I spent alone, cooking for one, while he lived this secret life? A girl appeared beside the woman, maybe 8, with Nathan's sharp cheekbones and curious eyes. The woman ruffled her hair, and they vanished from the window, probably tucking into their cosy routine in their perfect world with my husband. My husband. The words felt foreign, like a language I no longer spoke. 30 years, 1 daughter, 2 grandkids, a life built on what? Deceptions, half-truths, a performance worthy of an Oscar. Pain hit me like a physical blow, sharp and real. I woke at 6 a.m., still in my car, my neck stiff, my eyes raw. The grey townhouse stood there. No dream, no mistake. Nathan's Tesla was gone. I drove home, the route automatic after years in the same city. Nathan was there, stepping through the door with a paper bag from my favourite bakery, holding cinnamon rolls, my weakness. "Morning, darling," he said, kissing my forehead with that easy warmth I'd loved for decades. "Got your favourite. Sorry about the late night. Those international deadlines are brutal." His act was flawless. If I hadn't seen the truth, I'd have believed every word. "How sweet," I said, my voice steady, surprising even myself. "Why don't you freshen up? I'll start the coffee." He hummed a tune, that same upbeat melody he always sang when he was pleased with himself, a sound I now realised marked his nights away. While the shower ran, I checked his messenger bag, a habit I'd never had. Work files, a laptop, pens with the company logo, and a second phone tucked in a hidden pocket. Its screen showed missed calls from home and a text. "Daddy, don't forget my dance recital Friday. Mummy says you swore you'd be there. Love, Lila." Another woman called Mommy, another child calling my Nathan Daddy. The pieces clicked together with brutal clarity. The urgent work trips, always 2 or 3 days, the late-night coding sessions, the charges on our card for places we never visited. I hadn't been naive. I'd been trusting, choosing to believe in the man I loved. Memories flooded back, each one now tainted. 7 years ago, a receipt for a necklace I never received. "For my assistant's retirement," Nathan had said. I'd nodded, trusting. Or when our daughter Zoe saw him at a park with a woman and a toddler. Probably a client's wife, I'd dismissed. The girl at the window last night was about 8. The math was merciless. Nathan emerged from the shower, smelling of the cedarwood cologne I bought him every Father's Day. "Sleep okay?" he asked, biting into a cinnamon roll. "Fine," I lied, the words easier than I expected. "You get any rest at the office?" "Caught a nap on the break room couch," he said, eyes on his phone. Greg was coding like a maniac next door. Greg had left the company a year ago. I remembered the farewell party where Nathan toasted his irreplaceable teammate. The hypocrisy churned my stomach. I waited 2 days before returning to the townhouse, this time at noon when Nathan was at his real office. I'd called to confirm. I wore a hoodie and jeans bought with cash, sunglasses, my hair under a cap. The old Clara was gone, replaced by someone new, someone awake. The woman, Elise, stepped out at 12:45, pushing a stroller with a baby no older than a year. Another child. Nathan's double life wasn't just a decade old. It was ongoing. I followed her to a trendy coffee shop, keeping my distance, pretending to scroll my phone. She met friends, all with kids, chatting about nap schedules and preschool applications. "Elise, you're so lucky," one said. "Ryan's such a hands-on dad." "Ryan. My Nathan was Ryan here." "He's amazing," Elise said, cradling the baby. "His job's demanding, those 3-day trips, but he's all in when he's home." Those trips were my time with him, my shift in his double life. I overheard more. Lila's dance classes, the baby's first words, Ryan promising a family vacation to Hawaii. I left when Elise showed a photo of Nathan, my Nathan, on a beach, Lila on his shoulders, Elise glowing beside him. It was the same resort he'd taken me to for our 25th anniversary, claiming it was a work perk. At home, I dug deeper. Bank statements revealed transfers to an account I didn't know, charges for dance lessons, a private preschool. Nathan was funding 2 lives. I hired a private investigator, Maria Cortez, a no-nonsense woman with a knack for uncovering secrets. "Everything," I told her. "Every detail." A week later, Maria delivered a folder. Nathan Brooks was also Ryan Harper, with a second social security number, a consulting business, and a marriage certificate to Elise Harper, dated 9 years ago. Bigamy, fraud, a second life built with my family's money, including my father's inheritance, which Nathan had invested for us. Elise believed Nathan was a widower, his first wife, me, dead in a biking accident a decade ago. I was a ghost in his other story. Maria found more. A condo in Seattle, a cabin in the Cascades, all under Ryan Harper's name, paid with cash siphoned from our accounts. Nathan's consulting firm had government contracts, secured with insider tips from his Brooks identity. It was a criminal empire disguised as a family man's life. I planned my revenge with precision. I called Zoe, now a lawyer, and showed her the evidence. Her rage mirrored mine. "We'll bury him legally," she vowed, drafting papers to freeze assets. My son-in-law, Liam, a tech journalist, prepped media contacts for the exposé. Nathan's brother, Owen, was my final ally. "I suspected something," he admitted. "The excuses, the trips. I'll get you into Mum's safe deposit box." There we found Nathan's real will, not the forged one he'd used to claim our parents' estate. It named me as trustee for Zoe and our grandkids. For weeks, I played the perfect wife, cooking Nathan's favorite meals, laughing at his jokes, all while Zoe built a legal fortress and Liam seeded online rumors about Ryan Harper. Maria uncovered a Swiss account with $4 million, my father's money, stolen for Nathan's escape plan. The showdown came at our 30th anniversary gala at the Rosewood, a lavish venue Nathan had booked. I wore a silver dress, bold and shimmering, my mother's emerald necklace a quiet rebellion. Nathan, in a charcoal suit, charmed our 60 guests, colleagues, friends, family. At 10 p.m. he stood, glass raised. "Clara, my rock, my love," he began, his voice warm. 30 years of joy, of partnership. Will you stay by my side for 30 more? He offered a sapphire ring and the crowd cheered. I stood smiling and took the microphone. 30 years is a lifetime to uncover truths, I said, my voice steady. I played a recording. Nathan's voice, promising Elise he'd be home for Lila's recital, laughing about my blind trust. The room froze. Nathan's glass shattered, photos flashed on a screen, his second wedding, Lila's birth certificate, family vacations. 30 years of lies, I said. Bigamy, fraud, theft. Zoe handed him divorce papers. "Sign or face prison," she said. Liam's media contacts were already live tweeting. Owen revealed the forged will. Nathan signed, broken, as guests whispered in shock. By morning, the story was everywhere. Tech execs' double life exposed. Nathan's company fired him, the IRS seized his assets, and Elise, devastated, learned the truth. I ensured she and her kids were protected financially. They were victims too. 2 years later, at 57, I'm free. My tech startup, born from my rediscovered coding passion, thrives. I'm learning pottery, salsa dancing, and French. A kind architect, David, shares my coffee dates. No pressure, just possibility. Nathan lives in a cheap apartment, a pariah, his empire dust. This is my story, not his. I'm Clara, reborn, painting my future with bold strokes. Hey, YouTube fam, did this story grip you? Drop your city in the comments and tell me what you think. Like, share, and subscribe for more epic tales. Hit that bell to never miss a story. Check out the 2 new stories on your screen, and keep the love coming with a super thanks. See you in the next one. With heart, Clara.